this is Angela Skurtu, and I'm with St. Louis Marriage Therapy. You can find me at www.therapistintlouis.com. And today I want to talk to you about sharing emotions with your partner. So a lot of you go to your therapists and people talk about, well, we need to share our emotions. We need to communicate more. We need to be very clear with each other about what we feel. But for some people, that's actually a very complex thing to ask. In particular, there are people who were never raised to learn how to share their emotions, or they were raised in families where nobody did that. Nobody did share their feelings. And so sometimes they'll feel as though their emotions are foreign to them, or they'll come, but they kind of creep up on them, as opposed to there are other people who seem very aware of their emotions, and they can say, oh, I feel angry, or I feel sad, or I feel frustrated or hurt, right? So I just labeled a few emotions there. So here is a step-by-step process for learning to identify your emotions first so that you can actually communicate them with your partner. So step one is to simply notice you're having a feeling. And one way to notice that you're having a feeling is to check in with your body. So there's the fight or flight feelings, right? So that's fear or anger. You might feel it in your face, warmth. You might feel in your throat, think of in physically sensations, how you feel your feelings, what they feel like in your body. Some people describe tension. Think of how sadness feels, for example. When you're sad, you just kind of feel down and low. Sometimes you feel detached or distant. Physiologically, how does that feel? So part of step one is observing that a feeling is present and happening. Because while some people are very aware of their feelings, they've had to develop the skill to do that. It starts with observing that you have a feeling to begin with. So step one, just observe, notice in your body, oh, I'm having a feeling, interesting. Please cultivate curiosity through this, because the other thing that makes it hard for people to do, number one, observe their feeling, is judging the feeling and then pushing it down. So, we all talk about, or at least I talk a lot about stuffing of feelings in my therapy process. And so, but you have to think about what's the process before stuffing your feelings. It's as soon as a feeling comes up, how do you push it down? Don't show anybody anything. Don't show anybody your weakness, right? So it might look like, how do you start meeting your emotions? Observe them with curiosity, as opposed to just put them away. They don't exist, right? So notice them curiously. Be thoughtful, what is that feel? I'm feeling something. What is that? And that is step one to noticing and recognizing your emotions. Then step two is label which emotion it is. Now there are many, many emotions, so let me give you a few. Sad, happy, angry, frustrated, joy, pain, bittersweet. There's many more. Discerning, confused, overwhelmed. So after you've observed that you're feeling a feeling, that's a great first step. But if you don't label, actually state, this is the emotion I'm feeling, then you're not able to do the next step, right? Which is communicate it to a partner. And so step two is take some time to think about in your head, what are the things that I need to do? What is this feeling that I'm feeling? So I sense heat, or I sense tension, or I feel elated, but what is that? What is the feeling I'm having? Because then once you identify it, then you can say to your partner, hey, I'm feeling this today. I noticed that I was a little stressed at the end of work, and I'm kind of angry and overwhelmed. And that just leads me to step three, which is communicate it. And that's actually the breakdown. That's how you communicate your feelings to your partner. It's not just say these things and hope for the best, because if you don't know how to break down your feelings, you're not going to be able to communicate them. And then when we put that together, those three steps, then the next part is just practice. And give yourself grace as you practice that, because if you've never taken time to express or think about or observe your feelings, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard and difficult. So take time and practice. And then over time, you can learn to share your feelings. Thank you. This has been Angela Skurtu with St. Louis Marriage Therapy, and you can find me at www.therapistintstlouis.com. Please like and subscribe.